Today we're covering 6 signs that you have an amazing mother. We'll do 3 from childhood and 3 from adulthood. Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Shareece, and this is Spirit Soul Sense Information for Your Soul. I help Black men and women heal from trauma and toxic relationships. Number 1 on my list is your mother spoke kindly to you when you were a child. So it's not just when you're doing something correctly or the way that she wanted to, she spoke to you kindly. This is even if you made a mistake, even if you did something that you were not supposed to do, even if you were found a place you weren't supposed to be found. She could be stern, but definitely loving in the language that she used to talk to you. She gave you compliments. She was kind to you. She spoke to you in a tone of voice that was not condescending, but in fact uplifting and nurturing to you. Think back to times when your mom was correcting you or a time when you did something really, really well. How was her response? What kind of feedback did she give you? Was she celebratory of you? Did she praise you for doing something well? Even if she was punishing you for doing something you weren't supposed to do, did you feel like a bad kid, a bad person for having done that? Or did you feel like, you know what? Even though I did this thing that my mom doesn't approve of, does she still love me? That's what we're looking for in the communication of loving kindness from a mom. You still feel loved at the end of the day. Number 2, she set boundaries out of love, not anger or pain or fear. A mom who is ready to be a mom, has resources that she can draw on, is aware that kids need structure and lots of boundaries in order to flourish. A kid who is left to their own devices very rarely does well. So a mom is going to say, here is what would be best for my child. I think a certain bedtime. I think a certain curfew. I think certain limitations on electronics or access to friends if you're spending time with friends on a weekend. Since your mom had more knowledge and experience as you, the child, she would be doing things to protect you, things that would help you to thrive in this world versus hold you back, because there are some limitations that parents set that in fact do more harm than good. Did she encourage you to go after something even though it was challenging, but you were really interested in it? Did she give you feedback and teach you how to problem solve when making new friends or figuring out a friendship or communicating with a teacher? There are so many minute boundaries that can be set between a parent and a child as we are raising, I'm a mom, as we are raising young children to be fully functioning, independent, confident, high self-esteem adults. And number 3, under childhood, she woke you up gently. I found that this is one of the overlooked signs of a really amazing parent. One who is not waking you up to ruckus, but who is nurturing and patient and kind in the process of waking up a child in the morning. Lots of different ways to wake up a child gently. But generally speaking, were you a cranky child in the morning? Or did the way your mom awakened you to this new opportunity for a new day help you take on your day in a positive way? My mother would come and knock on the door. She would call our names. I, as a mom, rubbed my son on the back to help. They were talking about young. My son is big grown now. He don't even need me to wake him up. But I would rub him on his back, say something in a low tone, not jar him out of sleep, but help him recognize that, hey, it's time for a new day. It's time to get up, and to be patient throughout the morning routine so that, he could be in a good mood to start his day. Moving to adulthood. Your mom is an amazing mother if she cares about your thoughts and feelings. In fact, she makes those things a priority through action by asking you what your thoughts and feelings are and then respecting them. So she's not forcing you to think the way she thinks or do the things that she does. She's actually curious about the way you see the world and wants to know more about how you are navigating your life. Not in an effort to judge you, but to actually support you in a more loving way based on what your actual needs are. I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to have actual conversations with your parents in adulthood and to navigate the adult parent-child relationship, because the power dynamic is very much decreased as you are an adult, fully functioning, financially independent, that you can relate to your parent more as a human versus somebody that you depend on or need to help you get your needs met. The next one is your mom listens to you and you leave conversations feeling heard and understood. Now, because this is a whole other human, 100% of the time you may not feel heard and understood. But in general, it is fun to have conversations with your parents. It is an enjoyable experience to ask them how they're doing, for them to ask you how you're doing. You all can talk about different topics that have nothing to do with parenting. Maybe it has something to do with life or, your hobbies or something like that. The goal is for the conversation to be an enjoyable experience, one where you are curious about your parent as well as them being curious about you. Hopefully, your mom is not so caught up in all her own stuff, right? And when I say stuff, I mean like drama or chaos, that she can't ask you about how you're doing. The goal is for her to actually ask you what's going on, for you all to have topics of conversation outside of, problem solving, that you can just have fun and enjoy the conversation. So at the end, you're able to reflect on this enjoyable experience and leave feeling like, that was nice. It was really nice to connect. Like, we actually connected in this conversation. And the last one on my list is you actually enjoy spending time with her. So you look forward to spending time with your mom. And when you're there in her presence, it is enjoyable. You're not counting the minutes until you have to leave. You are there, present, curious about what she's doing or enjoying whatever activity you all are doing together. Just her company is a pleasant, enjoyable experience for you. I think this is a great sign that you have an amazing mom, because she taught you in childhood how to have autonomy, how to have your own independence, how to have your own identity. And in adulthood, she's going to be respecting the person that you are. And so then when you're in her space and you are in each other's space and you're doing something together, no one is overtaking the other. It's just mutual respect, affection, connection that is occurring that leads you all to enjoy the time you spend together. Let me know if you have an amazing mom in the comments. I definitely do. I'm super, super grateful that my mother is so good, so loving, so amazing, did her own sort of work to be a very loving, attentive mother. If you don't have an amazing mom, or your mom is not here with us, I do encourage people to look for spaces where they can have access to a mother figure or a female elder, because just the energy of an older woman who cares about you can be really nourishing, comforting, calming, something like that. That you find other people in your life who can not like take the space of, but who can also give you some of that positive energy that an amazing mother would. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more tips about life and how to thrive and the beautiful signs of people being loving. And thank you for watching.